Oh my gosh, Qantas has this history and has this record here in the Philippines that welcome back to my channel, and this is still your introvert Gail. For the first timers sa aking channel, I would like to welcome you here and introduce myself to you. This is Introvert Gail, and my vlogs are mostly nursing vlogs and all about my life here in Australia, and some engineering vlogs as well. If you are new, just click the subscribe button and notification bell so you get up to date. And for today's vlog, I would like to share something that I can say that it can help you as well if you are traveling. This is our experience going back to Philippines. This experience is new to me because I never had this bad experience with traveling before. This past few holiday season, a lot of people have been going home in the Philippines or at least traveling, and I believe there are also some instances that it really happens, and I will just gonna share it with you so at least you kind of be aware that it happens, and also you get some tips of what we did after this incident. So just stay tuned. We decided to book a flight via an agent, and we decided to go back to Philippines last January 2023. So the first week of January, we really decided to not go during Christmas and New Year because we know, number one, the ticket will be expensive, and number two, it's gonna be difficult to really go home because a lot of people will go home, and obviously it's gonna be hassle. Okay, so we decided to book our ticket November 2022 via an agent. The reason for booking a ticket via an agent is because when you go to the websites of airlines before or during those times, it's like number one, it's very expensive, very expensive, not just a very expensive, it's very expensive, and then I think it's really part of them, like from the pandemic, obviously they're trying to get back their losses anyway. So we also, another reason is that some of the flights that we wanted are not really in there. So sometimes the travel agency is much better because I don't know what sort of process they do, but they have some tickets. So anyways, we booked a one flight because from Perth, Australia to Philippines, there's really no one straight flight. So we really have to have a layover somewhere, either Singapore, Thailand, Hong Kong, or Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. We came across with a flight from Qantas, and this is going to be our first time with Qantas because we it just happened. We never had any flight with Qantas because we always go to Philippines via Singapore Airlines or Jetstar or whatever airlines, but not Qantas. But anyways, I got so excited with Qantas because obviously that's a flag bearer or flagship of Australia, and I heard a lot of good things about Qantas. So I got really excited, and I know that they're gonna be a good service or an excellent service that we're gonna receive from them. Our flight that we booked was flight from Perth to Singapore, that's via Qantas, and from Singapore to Philippines, that is Jetstar. So it's a one flight or a one booking flight, so there's no self-transfer. So that's also one good thing about the agency because they really gave us a one booking. So here comes our date of departure. We went to the check-in of Qantas, which has a long queue. Here in Perth, I think it's in Terminal 4. Queue was like unbelievable because in Terminal 1, 2, and 3, I believe there are like kiosks or like a machine wherein you can just check in yourself. Anyways, we had the self-check or self-online check-in. So that's also to prevent us from being to prevent us to do some time consuming things there. But anyways, that you still have to queue, and everyone's like, I can hear from the back of our line, some people are really like frustrated about the queue, and they said, I'm not gonna fly with Qantas anymore, and so forth and so forth. So what I did not really it didn't get into me that Qantas doesn't have good service. So I still believe in Qantas, and during the check-in we have 5 baggages that we need to check in. So the other luggage was like they said it's overweight, so we have to queue again to another counter to just put our oversized or overweight luggage there. So okay, fine, all right, our 5 baggages went in. We're happy, we're okay, we're satisfied still, even with the long queue like that, we're satisfied. And then we went to Singapore, and then we had a one night stay there. 1 night stay, and then we roam around Singapore, because that's one beauty of having a long layover, especially in Singapore, because you can really go around Singapore, and which is also good. That's another tip. If you want to go around Singapore, you can just buy a long layover ticket, and that's also less expensive. Okay, and then we the following morning, we went back to the airport after roaming around, and then we need to get our boarding pass again from one of the counters. I was thinking that did I really get the right ticket or right booking? Do we really not no need to get our bags or do the self-transfer? I am really in doubt of myself as well if I did the right booking. But anyways, they did not, because the lady in the counter said, do you have any check-in baggage? So I was like, oh, did I get the right thing? Anyways, so but we went back to our bookings, and it says there's no self-transfer, so it's really gonna be our baggage from Perth to Philippines. So there's no way that the baggage will come out in Singapore. So long story short, we arrived in NAIA in the Philippines at 10 a.m. in the morning, and we got the trolley. We even got 2 trolleys, because we know our baggages are 5 baggages, so it was not fit 1 trolley. So we even I am carrying Sebi, my little one, even I'm carrying him, and even I am also assisting Matty, my eldest. We decided to get 2 trolleys, regardless of how am I going to push the other trolley. Anyways, so the conveyor was open, and then everyone's getting their bags and everything, and then all of a sudden everyone's gone. Everyone's gone, and the only person left there because we went to toilet with my children, and then we came back to the conveyor, and the only person that was left was my husband. And I was like, where are the others? And why are you still here without any bags, with 2 trolleys, with two empty trolleys? So I said, and he said, our bag is still not here. And then the conveyor stopped. After the conveyor stopped, we said to ourselves that where are our bags? And then we decided to ask someone to assist us, and we were asking them, is there any more bag that's gonna come out from the conveyor? And they said that there's none, there's no more. And then I was like in denial state that no, it cannot happen, because I never had this kind of experience before, and I am also in denial because it's Qantas. So it's Qantas, it can't happen, it cannot be happening. Staff in there said that, where were you from? What's your port of like your entry, like your first airport or whatever? And we said, and what airlines? And we said Qantas, and we are from Perth, Australia. And then they said they have this face, and they said that Qantas. No wonder. It's like, why? What's wrong with Qantas? And they said that it's been happening. It's been like, there's always missing baggages, especially when there's like a connecting flight from Qantas. And then I was like in disbelief that, oh my gosh, Qantas has this history and has this record here in the Philippines that most of like a lot of baggages went missing. I'm still in hope that there will be that our baggages will be there. The problem is that it's not just one baggage that has gone missing, but all our baggages, 5 baggages, went missing. So I was thinking already at the back of my mind that whatever we have for hand carry is not enough. It's gonna be not enough because we stayed in Singapore for 1 day, and the only clothes I have for my kids are only good for 2 days. And how can we survive a 1 month vacation in the Philippines if all our baggages are gone missing? Not to mention that we also have things for our family that we bought things for them, like as pasalubong, and also some of the things are actually the properties of our relatives, because like some of the bags we borrowed it from my husband's sisters, and a lot of things are like going into my mind during those times. So it's very, very stressful, and I was like holding my son, and you're already thinking about them, what's gonna happen with this vacation. It's very disaster. So anyways, I came to reality that it's really missing when that person, the staff, asked us to fill a form. So to fill a form of like a report. And I was like, oh my, this is really real. Like they have a ready form. They always have the form. There's a form. That means it always happens, or there's always a protocol of whenever it happens. So it came to reality, and then I was like, I wasn't able to video it anymore, but I sat on an empty trolley with my son on in front of me on the carrier, and I was like, I asked Matty, my eldest, to sit also on the trolley, and I cannot picture me again sitting on an empty trolley and like really in disbelief of what's going on. And the smile from my face really like just gone, and the excitement of going to Philippines are really like I can't explain. If I can look back to it, I can't really explain what am I feeling during those times. Anyways, so we finished the form. My husband took a photo of it. That's one good tip, by the way, when you fill out a form, because in the Philippines they would not give you any copy of it. Have a picture of it, because that's gonna be your evidence, especially if you have a travel insurance or whatever claim that you need to do. So picture the form. The only problem, or the only thing that we should have done, is that to ask a contact number from the person from Jetstar of where we can follow up, because they said that, we will just call you and just choose whether you want the luggages to be, if found, if you want to deliver it to your house straight away with no cost, or to pick it up here in the airport. And I said, just pick it up in the airport, because I know for sure that if we were gonna ask them to deliver it to our house, it's gonna take long again, because you're gonna need to follow it up from the courier again. So it's good to just pick it up from the airport once they found it, then they find it. And another thing about deciding whether you want to deliver it to your house or not is that they said that they wouldn't not deliver it if, like, for example, for 5 baggages, they only found 2. They wouldn't deliver it yet until they found all the baggages. Unlike when you pick it up, even they found 2, you can still pick it up. So that's one thing that you have to consider when it happens to you. Anyway, so we decided, okay, we're just gonna pick it up when you find it. And we took photos, and we forgot to ask a contact number from Jetstar so we can follow it up. And then I went back, because my husband forgot it. I went back to NAIA. It's so hard to get in back it's so hard to get back to the arrival, because obviously people are not allowed to go to the arrival. And then so I asked, I spoke to the guards, and I said, oh, this is what happened, I need to go back, I need to ask contact number. And then anyways, they let me. And then I asked people, where can I find this agency of Jetstar, because that's the last airlines. Where can I find that person who asked my husband to fill out a form and he's gone missing from the arrival? And they said, oh, he might be in the office, he might be in, and where's the office? And then somebody said, oh, it's the fourth floor, and somebody said it's in there, in there, in there. And then I went back and forth, and it's so hard to find the office in NAIA, in National Ninoy Aquino International Airport. I was like really in disbelief again, because how come the office of Jetstar is so hard to find? And so I went there, went from fourth floor back to the security guard, and then somebody asked me to go to terminal 3, because we were in something like that, terminal 1 to terminal 3 and so forth. And I said, how can I go there? And anyways, I after finding it so long, I came to see it, and the office was like hiding at the back of some offices that you cannot really see it, because it's like a small alley from the back of some other offices. And sometimes when they ask me, okay, there's a label wherein you can see Qantas office, and there's an arrow. When you go to the arrow and you see that there's a door for Qantas, when you open it, I am surprised. I can only see a locker of people, and that means it's not like just functioning. Like all the rooms there are not functioning as what they were labeled. So I was, what kind of offices or what kind of airport is this? There are labels, there are instructions how to go there, but then when you go there, it's like an abandoned room or a locker for people or staff in there. So NAIA, I don't know how you're gonna I hope that one of the NAIA staff can watch this video. But yeah, I mean, you can do better. You can do better. This is just very simple, like instructions and labels of rooms. Can you just make it like function, like, you know, as what they are functioned for? So I don't know. Anyways, it's another story. But I came to see the office of Jetstar. And then came to talk to the person, the agent. Apparently, the agent's only there when somebody arrived from, when there's a flight from Jetstar. So the agent goes to office and goes back to the arrival only when there's a flight from Jetstar. So anyways, I got to get his number, his email address, and so forth. So we went back home with nothing, with just only our our hand carries. Buy clothes straight away to SM to get clothes for my children, to get toiletries, to buy things that we need for the next few days, and hoping that our baggage will be found. After a day, I called Jetstar, emailed. That's one thing in the Philippines. When you email in the Philippines, it's gonna take long for them to answer. Not unlike in Australia, it's very, very I don't know. It's a mode of communication that really is not being used as often as like here in Australia. So when you email, for example, now you're gonna receive it a day or two. Okay, and then so I opened my roaming. I need to do international calls because I've been calling also Singapore, I've been calling Qantas, I've been calling Jetstar, I've been calling NAIA airports and everything, all the airports, and my insurances. That's also one thing. You should at least have an insurance so that at least you have some, from the word itself, insurance when you travel. So that's one good thing that I was able to, first time I avail a travel insurance for this trip. So I was really glad and thank God that the Lord gave me that wisdom to get a travel insurance. Anyway, so I called them a day after. Second day, third day, we're still waiting. We keep on buying clothes. We keep on washing our clothes every day. We keep on repeating our clothes often, obviously. Our clothes for the flight and the stay in Singapore, we keep on just repeating it. And unfortunately, we have to travel to Bohol. So on the fourth day that we arrive in Philippines, we have to go to Bohol to have some vacation. So obviously we don't have any swimwears or any accessories that we need. Although accessories is nothing anyways. The only main thing concern I have is that obviously in Bohol you have to swim, because that's what Bohol is. So I need to buy swimwear for my kids. I need to buy footwear for my kids. I need to buy sunblock for my kids. I need to buy all the protective gears for my kids as well. Not to mention, we don't care about ourselves. We just care about our kids. And of course we cannot just not go to Bohol because it's already booked. The tickets, the hotels has been booked, and so we just have to go there without anything. So anyways, on the first day of Bohol, I received a call. To be honest, I asked my mother, and because my mother knows someone in NAIA, and he's been helping us to really follow it up. Actually, I think that if we don't have any connections or any person who's like really digging into it, like from me, from our relatives here in Perth, Australia, they're also calling them. And also, yeah, the person that my mom knows from NAIA, he's been going to the office every now and then to check. I think it will really not be found. I mean, they're gonna be just, I don't know, maybe they're not just gonna be concerned about this because it always happens. And anyway, so fourth day, I received a call when we were in Bohol, and they said they found our baggages, all our 5 baggages, and I was like so happy. Although I thought at the back of my mind that you should have called me a day before we went to Bohol because I have all my stuff there. But anyways, gladly they came to see our bags, and then I asked my mother and father to pick it up from NAIA since we are in Bohol, and I just did give them authorization letter, or you send them authorization letter for them to pick it up. And yeah, they got all their baggages without any problems with it. Obviously the only problem is that it got delayed for 4 days. The money and the money is okay, but the thing is that the excitement, the stress, the time that it got wasted from us, or it took from us, are really irreplaceable of the material things. It's really a bad experience, first time experience, and I cannot really, it's traumatic. And I would say we actually said to ourselves, we're not gonna go to Qantas anymore. Jetstar, I don't think, the thing is that I don't have any problem with Jetstar because I asked the person who called me and told me that they found the bags. I asked that person what happened, where did it all started, and he said that the bags stayed in Perth, Australia. It did not go with us. So I said, oh my gosh, this is Qantas' responsibility. How come a bag or a baggages did not come with us? I can imagine. I was thinking that the problem might be from the layover from Australia to Singapore, and it got missing from Singapore. And I said to myself, okay, it can be because obviously there are a lot of baggages and with the layovers, and it can be confusing. But then the problem is not that. It's very simple. The bag just stayed where we depart. So it's very negligent, and I think it's very unresponsive. Very the responsibility of people handling the baggages are really, I cannot really say it in any words, but it's very disappointing. Very disappointing. First time Qantas, I cannot really tell you more. These experiences that Qantas have given us, and also we actually think to ourselves that should we use or should we fly with Qantas again? Having the record, having the history in the Philippines, and also the thing that we experience is something. So my tip for you: first, you have to have travel insurance. Second thing, have a photos of all the form that you filled out, and also have a copy, or at least keep the copy of the receipts what you bought, so you can claim it from the tax insurance, and then also try to claim from the airlines itself. Until now, I haven't claimed anything yet from the travel insurance. I was able to, but then from the airlines, Jetstar and Qantas, I haven't received any of my reimbursement or claim. But like I said, material things are not really that important. The one thing that is important here is the experience, and the trauma that it left from us. So that's all for my vlog today, and I hope that somebody will learn from it, and also somebody will be warned from this. It's not about giving, it's not about just destroying one company or whatever, but it's just sharing my experience. And I hope that not everyone can I hope that nobody can experience what I have been through. So thank you very much for watching my vlog, and until my next vlog, thank you and have a good day. Bye.